Melissa and welcome to our leather lab here in Mill Park. Today I'm going to demonstrate the steps required to make a leather wrist splint, similar to this one here. When you've decided to purchase the custom leather wrist splint, firstly your hand therapist will create an outer plaster cast similar to this one. It'll involve your hand, wrist and forearm. Once your outer plaster cast arrives here at the lab, it is then filled with liquid plaster to create a reverse mould and to replicate your hand. Over here is a mould that is ready to be released from the outer plaster cast. This reverse mould will be left to dry for a few days before it is sanded and then painted to seal the plaster. It will finally look like this. And now we're ready to work with the leather. The leather is then submerged in water to make it soft and pliable to work around the plaster mould. I spend a bit of time here to really work the leather and get a great fit. It needs to conform to all the arches and grooves of the hand, wrist and forearm. Once I'm happy with it, I leave it in place to dry for 24 hours. Once the leather has dried, final trims are made and the placement for straps are marked and measured. To make the straps from matching leather, we thin the leather to approximately 1 millimetre thick. The loops are fastened to the splints using rivets. We now move into the sewing room where the Velcro is sewn onto the leather and the completed leather straps are sewn onto the splint. Now for the finishing touches. I'm using a beveling tool to remove the sharp corners around the edges. Then I use a burnishing stick to really smooth the leather fibres to help prevent any areas of rubbing. A thin layer of leather suede is attached to the inside of the splint. This helps to further secure the straps and provides extra comfort whilst wearing the splint. The final step to complete here is to apply a coating of leather conditioner. This helps to protect the splint from everyday use and assists in the longevity of the leather. You will be required to complete this step at home every couple of weeks, similar to the maintenance of leather shoes and bags. There are many different products on the market, but today we are using Dubbin. Now your custom leather splint is ready to be delivered to your hand therapist. They will fit your splint and run you through the care instructions.